I'm Peter from Amazon.de, and I'm now arrived here at the Manchester airport, and where the guys who will present me the new Behringers synthesizer. Yeah, could be an interesting day. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and first problem, I forgot his name. Here we go. I'm Peter. Nice to meet you.
I didn't think
now I'm sitting here in a car with, what's your name?
My name's Pete Sadler. I head up software for primarily Midas, but here in the UK.
Okay. But at the moment you're working also for a very special project, or?
Yeah, we're working on a synthesizer for a music group.
So we could say it's a Midas project, or it will be named Behringer, but the crew behind is all, or isn't it so?
Yeah,
or is it politic?
I like to think it's been a bit of a team effort. I mean, we have, you know, although it's been you know, developed a lot in the UK.
Okay.
We still have teams in other parts of the world that,
interesting.
to do all the parts of it. So, you know,
okay.
There's been a fair bit done in China, a lot of the ID and things like that. So to be honest, it's been a bit of everything, and even our friends in Germany have helped a little bit as well. So
great,
which is great because we're
where we are now.
We're here at a music group Manchester, which is
okay.
The home of Midas, amongst other things.
Okay, let's go.
So yeah, this is how the synthesizer works. I'm not going to show you that.
So we now get the most important thing, a coffee. And this is Rob. Rob, what are you doing for the Behringer project? Oh, sorry for the... no, it's called also Behringer.
Yeah, Behringer Fat 12, yeah. I'm lead engineer, designed the architecture, a lot of the software.
Okay.
So yeah, been at it for about just over a year now. So it's been a lot of fun.
Great. Coffee's ready. First, thank you for the introduction of the new Fat 12.
That's a pleasure.
And yes, maybe you can introduce yourself first, and then everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, I'm Rob Belcham. I'm the kind of lead designer on the Fat 12 project. This is my boss, Pete.
Yeah,
you are the boss.
I'm Pete Sadler, head of software here at Midas.
Okay. So, when started the project with the Fat 12?
About a year and a half ago we started thinking about it, and then
who was we?
Myself, Uli, a couple of members of the team, and then we started in earnest. I think Dave was the first to start on it last December.
Yeah. Okay, was Uli involved?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
absolutely.
Uli approached me. It was a few years ago now, when a few things happened, and then last year I said there was a slot in our schedules and we could start the synth. So we went for it, and then we came up with some concepts, and then Rob and his team. Yeah,
we started with a little Vera board. No, in fact we started with a breadboard. Was the first. Right. We had a filter and an oscillator. We kind of built it up from there. Now a Vera board with it was just a single voice still, but it had the full architecture, and then.
Now the Fat 12 looks a little bit like a modern copy of the Juno 106. Tell me more about that.
Sure. Well, that was the original intention, was to recreate the classic Juno 106. It's a very popular synth. You know, a lot of it's got a warm place in people's heart. We wanted to try and reproduce that for the kind of modern generation. And I wasn't happy just doing a clone. I thought there was far more scope to actually improve the features. I mean, there were some real shortcomings with the original.
Okay, which are the improved features? Just a few of them.
Stereo VCAs, pulse width per voice, mod matrix, 3 envelopes instead of 1, 2 LFOs instead of 1, effects, 4 digital effects with an analog bypass path.
Okay.
Aftertouch velocity.
Increased LFO rate.
Yes, fast LFOs. Much faster control updates. The problem with the original unit is the envelopes and the control voltages only get updated every 5 milliseconds. We're hundreds of microseconds, so it's
okay. And why 12 polyphonic?
That was Uli's.
Yeah, maybe wanted a 12 voice.
Yeah, he was kind of adamant. We were thinking 8 voices standard. Let's do an 8 voice. No, it has to be 12. So okay, let's do that. And he was right.
You have designed a special chip for the 12 voice for the filters or DCOs or?
No, it's all discrete.
It's discrete.
Discrete analog circuitry. Yeah.
My God, so the board should be big, or?
72 control voltages. Apologies.
Okay, so we have a display for naming everything, and how many how big is the memory?
Sure, there's 256 built-in presets with additional banks in Flash. So you can kind of copy the RAM bank, if you like, into Flash. So we're going to have another 4 banks of 128 probably in Flash.
So. Okay, now it's for both of you. It's your first synthesizer.
Yes, I did a little bit of work for Red Sound in the past, but I wasn't involved in the conception stage. So this is the first time I've actually had a blank piece of paper almost. And okay, what can we get in there? What features would I like to see, and what features are missing from some of the synth I own? So that's been the kind of ethos through.
During the production, what was the biggest problem? What do you have to?
Getting it all running fast enough, I think, is the challenge. Getting the DCO code is pretty complex.
Okay.
And trying getting all that and all the control voltages update as fast as humanly possible is the key kind of design challenge, I think, for me.
Let's talk a little bit about the filter. You have 4-pole and 2-pole filter inside, and
that's right.
You designed it after, let's say, a Moog or a Roland or Oberheim, or
it's closer to the Roland, closer to the original Juno filter, but done with discrete components. So instead of a single chip solution, it's actually discrete components, which means that we can tap off for the 2-pole.
And we have also a high pass filter there.
Yeah, like the original, there's a common high pass. So after all the voices get summed, they go through a high pass filter and the bass boost, which was on the original.
What is a bass boost?
The original Juno had a switched high pass, and on the bottom position there was actually a little bass boost filter in there. So we've added that in as well, because it does really warm up the sound. Put some bass in it.
Yes, I can hear you.
Really, when wishing to swear, it gives it balls.
And these lights here down are giving the information about which DCOs are playing, or?
Yeah, that's right. So you can see there we've got 2 note units.
Do we have any kind of unisono mode?
We certainly do. So poly, single note per voice. 2, 3, 4, 6, all the way up to 12. And each voice has got its own independent LFOs, or you can run them in mono mode, so they all use the same LFO. Both LFOs are switchable.
And I remember it's possible to see the slope of the envelopes, or in the display.
Yes, yeah, that's correct. So if we go to the envelope page, there we go. So we've got the original Juno had a linear attack, an exponential decay. We've got linear, reverse exponential, and the sustain as well has. Let's pull that down a little bit on curves. Let's pull the level down. There we go. So you can see the curve on the decay there, and the sustain also has a slow growth or rapid, depending on how far you push it. So pretty flexible envelopes. Then you can loop them. You can trigger the envelopes from LFOs. As I said, we've got 3 envelopes: dedicated VCA, VCF, and a third modulation envelope, which is available as a source on the mod matrix.
Mm-hmm. Which kind of connection do we have on the back side?
Analog, jack I/O. We've got USB for MIDI interface, and obviously MIDI trio.
Any idea for CD gate connections?
Yep, we've got a pedal/CV input, so you can either connect a 12 volume pedal, use that as a controller, or you can drive it with CV or gate. So we're going to have, you can either control the pitch or use it as a mod source, or use the gate to actually drive the sequencer.
You showed me an editor on the iPad.
Yeah, correct. It's disappeared. the team.
No problem. Tell me about it.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, the editor. It's a full editor on iPad. It'll be available for all platforms as well, so PC, Android, Mac.
So also as a plugin for digital audio workstation.
Correct. That's right. Yeah.
But with the synthesizers, with a structure like that, is that necessary?
You've not seen the features that we've got, so absolutely, yeah. We've added a few little secret things in there. It's pretty exciting. Some new sort of creative tools, should we say?
I think the benefit of the iPad app for me is being able to see what's going on in your patch. I mean, we try to put as much physically on the surface as we can, but there's always going to be the mod matrix, which you have to look to see what's patched to where. Having that in the iOS app, I think, is a really useful tool to be able to get a picture of how does this sound work, how is it doing what it's doing. So that's a really key aspect for me.
That's a good point.
And also doing things like a controlled step sequencer is a little bit tedious on a menu.
Well, if you want to move it from something that's from 1982, then or in this case 77 or whatever.
Having a touch screen, just moving the bars around.
So now the most important question after quality and sound, because sound 12 voice polyphonic full analog unit is full build with metal and wood, and yeah, it's great. So how much?
We're still talking about the price point at this point, but it'll be competitive.
It's affordable. We want to bring analog
synthesis to the masses.
To the masses. Yeah, so it's going to be affordable.
I mean, yes. I mean, certainly we think that it's been the domain really of rich people. I mean, I certainly can't afford expensive analog synths.
When Behringer employees talk about competitive, will be interesting.
No, I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? It has to be competitive, but it's good. I mean, that certainly the vision and sort of the driving force behind it primarily has really been from Uli, of course, which is it has to be fun. We agreed it has to be fun. And it has to be good, and of course one of the first products he made was the UB1, which was his synthesizer when he was 16. So I hope we've lived up to his expectations with that, and so as long as we tick those boxes, I think. So
even that one is not ready now. You have any ideas for upcoming products?
Lots of ideas for upcoming products, and I thank you for those as well. Thanks, Peter. But I mean, we can take it in lots of places. But products that we want to own and we want to use, I think, it seems to be a good start. But yeah, there's lots of places.
Yeah, it's exciting times really. I mean, we hope this is a success and will spur us on to bigger and better things, or smaller and cheaper things. Who knows?
So then, thank you both, and yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Danke euch. Ciao.